Hello, children. It is I. I has returned with a voiceover. If for those of you who didn't know, I was on vacation. That is why edits weren't as frequent, and the new videos I did post didn't have voiceovers. But yes, I has returned here to feed you with Warrior Cats content. I noticed that I was posting more art content in general rather than Warrior Cats stuff, so I decided that I do something about Warrior Cats, because that was the whole point of this channel when I started it. As you already know, I decided I'd redraw the cover of Crowfeather's Trial. This is quite an old sketch, I just decided I'd finish it. So let's pull up my script here, because I'll be pretty much summarizing the entire book here. So here is spoiler territory. The book starts out with Winclan honoring the cats that died in the Great Battle, and I honestly like this detail. They would take a part of their day every day to honor the ones that died. Right off the bat, we see Crowfeather express not just disgust, but resentment, disappointment, and guilt towards Breezepelt. Crowfeather feels guilty for not being the father he should have been, and that feeling of guilt follows him throughout most of the book. Crowfeather is also upset because One Star chose Hairspring to be deputy instead of him, wanting to show his clan and all the others that the Dark Force trainings should be forgiven. But oh boy, was One Star a pain on the tail in this book. But besides One Star's instant forgiveness towards the trainees, Breezepelt was still having the hardest time of them all. His clanmates would talk about him behind his back and gossip about him and bring up rumors that usually weren't true. But let's get to the good stuff. Prey had been strangely scarce at the edge of Winclan territory, so One Star sent a patrol to investigate. The apprentice Hoopaw claimed to have seen a ghost. He said a ghost had walked out of a tunnel and was trying to speak with him, but as the rest of the patrol caught up, the cat turned away, and only Crowfeather was able to catch a glimpse of its white tail. They shared these news with One Star. Though Hoopaw and Crowfeather saw something, Crowfeather is not so sure about calling it a ghost. One Star decides to send in another patrol to investigate the tunnels, but with no common sense, backed up with never watching any movie at all, these knuckleheads split up in pairs. Hairspring with Firstpelt, Crowfeather with Heathertail, and Breezepelt with Nightcloud. Heathertail hinted that she had experience down in the tunnels, and we can assume she means the Night Saw sneaking out to play with Flying Blaze. And just like we would expect, every single pair gets attacked by hordes of stoats. Oh yeah, they're fighting against white stoats, by the way. And before you come at me with, oh, like little weasels, they're so tiny and cute. And, Tef, I have a pet ferret, and it's no problem. And whatever other stuff. First of all, I'm pretty sure stoats are bigger than ferrets. These things are as big as rats and have been known to take down animals much bigger than they are by themselves. A group of these little suckers are a pretty decent threat if you ask me. Though while I was reading the book, I did think it was pretty funny. I had to do some research for this voiceover. But anyways, everyone is chased out, except for Nightcloud. She fought the stoats so Breezepelt could escape, and he was too scared to notice that his dear mother wasn't following him. With Breezepelt's clanmates turning on him for training in the Dark Forest, Nightcloud was the only one that stood up for him. And now this was supposedly Crowfeather's job, and he struggled with it at first. His clanmates would find every excuse to blame Breezepelt for something, and oh boy are these cats creative. Moving on, several search parties were sent, but no one could find Nightcloud. But one day, Crowfeather finds her scent and follows her bloody trail to a pond, where he also picks up fox scent. He thinks to himself that if Nightcloud was healthy, she would have fought that fox fiercely, but injured as she was, there was no way she could survive. So Crowfeather assumes that she must have died, and has to break these news to the clan. Breezepelt, obviously not taking the death of his mother well, vows to kill every stoat in the tunnel, not caring about anything else. But the freaking foxheart that is Sleevetail says that Breezepelt even deserved her death after all he had done. But oh no, it doesn't end there. When the clan is holding vigil, Breezepelt can't bring himself out to the open and accept that his mother is dead, knowing the clan wouldn't support him. And Crouchfoot accuses Breezepelt for leaving his mother to die during the vigil, and even Leaftail added up to this by saying Breezepelt must have killed her himself. Like, dude, this is her child. Sure, Breezepelt has attempted to kill Ironblaze and even cheered as he stood over Hollyleaf's dead body, But we're talking about Nightcloud here, his mom, the only freaking cat that stood by him and loved him unconditionally. These cats are talking nonsense. But you might be thinking, I think Nightcloud is in every book's allegiance under WindClan. And you're right, Nightcloud is still alive. Skip time a little, Crowfeather decides to seek ThunderClan's help against the Stoats. One Star doesn't like this, but Crowfeather knows One Star is just a spoiled little boy, so he goes behind his back to fetch ThunderClan. ThunderClan comes up, and One Star insults them and makes them leave. Yada yada yada. Piling other things Crowfeather did, he's told to leave the clan. As he's making his way out, a snowstorm breaks and he goes unconscious. He wakes up to find a loner treating his wounds or something. He finds out that the loner had helped Nightcloud too, and she was alive. The loner says he's sent her towards Two Leg Place, because her wounds were very bad and she was too far to make it back to the clan. Crowfeather sneaks back to camp and fetches Heathertail, Breezepelt, Hoodpop, and Gorsetail. The cats set out to Two Leg Place and find Nightcloud curled up in a nest with a kitty pet. Not just a kitty pet, a Tom kitty pet. Crowfeather is alarmed to feel jealousy to see his egg sleeping with another man. Okay, gotta talk fast so this isn't too long. They come up with a plan to free Nightcloud. Some cats will scream at the top of their lungs to wake the Two Legs, and once they open the door, Nightcloud can run out. The plan is going very well. The Two Legs open the door, but as Nightcloud is about to escape, Pickle, the Tom, warns the Two Legs, but the clan cats are faster. Nightcloud manages to escape, but she also takes a moment to say goodbye to her roommate. The cats escape Two Leg Place, and as they're walking home, Nightcloud admits that at first she wasn't so sure if she wanted to go back to the clan, since she was treated so well by Pickle and the Two Legs. Even when she hissed and tried to scratch them, they'd always treat her kindly in return, and she was never treated like this in her own clan. Crowfeather, full of confused emotions, asks Nightcloud if she'd like to be with him again, and Nightcloud says no. They both knew that they had never really loved each other, but they settled with being friends for the good of their son. But the story isn't over yet. The Stoats still need defeating, with the help of ThunderClan, of course. They end up coming up with a plan. Crowfeather goes in with Breezepelt to wake the Stoats and get them out in the open. Cue this thing I'm drawing. You're welcome. Errands, you could always hire me or whatever. Then the fight breaks out. A few naughty apprentices decide to sneak out and fight with the warriors. And guess what? They get their tails beaten by a bunch of little Stoats. So yeah. And also, Breezepelt had to save Limeblaze because he was dying or something. There were a few other details that might have been important that I didn't cover because I thought the Speedpaint was short and the voiceover might last longer than the Speedpaint itself. So there was this prophecy, and also Ashfoot died, and she's like Crowfeather's mom, but she didn't die in the book. She died in the Great Battle, and Crowfeather is sad. So she visits Crowfeather in his dreams and stuff like that, and tells him he has to learn to love again. And it gives us this hint that she wants him and Nightcloud to be together again, but no, she just wants Crowfeather to treat his son nicely or something. I didn't really get into extreme detail with this because, like I said, I thought I was gonna take too long talking and the voiceover would last longer than the Speedpaint, but no, we got 10 minutes left. So I didn't get really into extreme detail, yeah. And most details, it's better for you to read them yourself. Did I like this book? Yeah, it was pretty good. If you want a deeper insight of this, watch the video by Quiet Rage. I'll link it in the description. Now that there's really nothing else to talk about this book, because I read it a long time ago and I don't really remember much stuff. I had to watch a few videos on it to bring up my memory. Let's just talk about the Speedpaint now. Here I am drawing the Stoats. I had never drawn a Stoat before. I just thought they were like long cats, so I did that. And yeah, I liked this background. I really, really like it. I am very proud of it. I am very happy that I learned how to background. it wasn't really that hard. It wasn't as hard as I expected. I watched a tutorial, and usually I don't learn anything with tutorials. I don't know why. I usually don't. But I watched this tutorial by Winged Canvas, and it was a miracle worker. It was amazing. I have never seen a tutorial teach as well as Winged Canvas. I'll also link it in the description because backgrounds are a pain. So yeah, I really like this background. Winged Canvas wasn't the only video I watched. I also watched a video on how to draw grass by Norflower, and it was really helpful. I love it very much. I love drawing grass now. I used to hate drawing grass, but now I love it. I'll also link it in the description. So yeah, just talking, trying to last as long as this Speedpaint. I hope you like my voice. So yeah, we got some ferrets, stoats in the back. We're shading them because like they're hopping out of a tunnel. There's a lot of them. A few are flying over at the back. Breezepelt is very scared. Crowfeather looks more determined, but he's really scared too. I don't know if you can tell. So yeah, now I put on the letters. The speed paint is almost over. Writing, not too good at it, but it works. And then I just decided I'd trace over the rest of the letters, and that worked way better. But I was too lazy to go and fix the super edition part. Yeah, Crowfeather's Trial. This is Crowfeather's Trial if I hadn't mentioned it before, if you couldn't tell. Let me know if you liked this sort of video. I know a lot of people wanted to see the drawing people in Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition Part 3, but I was getting kind of tired of that. It was feeling more like a chore rather than something fun, especially because a lot of people want to have a chance to be drawn, and good old small channel me decided it'd be nice to friend the people that wanted to join so that they could be in the server, and now a lot of people want that, and that's a lot of people to friend, so I'll just probably create another account just for friending the people. So yeah, part 3 of that thing is coming. It's coming, I promise. I just wanted to try some new things, and I had really fun with this cover thing. If you want to see more covers, let me know. I'll probably do more anyway because I read a few super editions in my free time. If ideas decide to be born in my brain, I will draw more. So yeah, this is the end. I hope you liked it. I really like it. Yes, here it is, the final thing. But then I went back and drew the little sticker about the manga, and there it is. I really like it. Do you like it? I like it.